Well, the First Punic War has come to an end, and now the Numidians have decided their conflict is our conflict. Never mind the fact that King Appius just wasn't quite aged and experienced enough to avoid that particular outcome. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Old World in our early access series. We have a free Hastatus coming up in 1 year, and hopefully we will get them in Ostia, but in any case, we have some military units on the way to counteract the actions of these Numidians in Ostia. We also have a spearman training up that's 4 years away, and we will be able to do some additional training in some of our other cities before long. Now, one thing I want to check out. Okay, so we do have the option here, as I've looked at in the past, to hurry these guys up. Now, this has certain costs. I was reminded of this in the comments on the last episode, and I have gone over this in the series in the past, but just as a review for those of you who might not have seen it, we can hurry the completion of a unit if we have certain resources. So in this case, we create discontent in every case, but in this case, we need civics. We need a certain culture level. In this case, we would need a zealot and training. In this case, we would need a patron seat, so a particular city. Let's see which family is the patrons. Okay, we actually don't have any patrons, although evidently... Right, Judaism is in the game, but it's not yet in our nation yet. I don't even know how religion factors in. That's a completely new system to me. I'm going to be experiencing it for the first time in this series, so that's a lot of fun. And then, of course, finally, there is the option to just use a spearman, but you need developing culture in order to do that, and Ostia isn't quite at that culture level yet. So we will be able to do that eventually, but for now, let's just see what this heir education choice is. Time passes quickly. You still remember the birth of Duke Caeso Fabius, but he is growing up fast and eager to learn. This is the third in line. I love that the tooltips just explain that. How would you like to educate Caeso Fabius? Let's take a quick look. At where he stands. So Caeso is, again, how many children is this? 1, 2, 3. Statius died. 4. This is the 5th son of King Romulus. And of course we have Remus over here who's passed away. So the 5th and last son. So we can educate him in tactics, rhetoric, commerce, or philosophy. Let's also make him a tactician. I want to have some war-related generals for sure. All right, let's do a quick review of our previous actions since we're starting the episode off. We have, okay, yeah, we got the heir education bonus there that we just set up. We got the free mercenary axeman. Apparently there's Ascension in Rome. That might have been an event that happened last episode that I've forgotten about. And then in Beneventum, we trained a worker. Gades finished the council project, so did Ostia. Minor was canceled in Ostia. Not sure what happened there. Gades was captured. We had a farm and mine pillaged. That's here in Ostia. And then, can I click this? Yes, I can. Very good. So we can see that our chariot was attacked, and we have this slinger and warrior here visible to these units. So we are still at war with Carthage. But hopefully before long, let's go ahead and pull this up. And yeah, so we're going to keep an eye on this. We're at war with pretty much everyone that we can see diplomatically right now, which is very interesting. But we're going to see what we can get away with. So it looks like this... this courthouse is finished. So, and the pyramids are also 1 year away from being done. So I'll be curious to see if we actually get those in Rome. Be very strange to have Roman pyramids, but hey, I'll take it. Let's go ahead and come here. It does look like yep, that's it. We're out of orders. So we will go ahead and end the year and see what the Numidians do. All right. We did ask for a truce with Carthage. So I'm not quite sure what they're up to. We're trying to repair here in Gades, but it seems like they want to continue fighting. And we have some barbarians moving in as well, so things continuing to get interesting here. Reports of a barbarian raid near Beneventum. Yes, I've noticed. You've completed a legacy control of the pyramids. The pyramids have been completed by Rome. You are now known as the Mason. So improvements finished. Nice. So that gave us some additional legitimacy. Our people have suffered greatly in the ongoing conflict. All the gold we spend on war could be spent here in Rome. Perhaps it is time for a truce with Carthage. We could send them a gift. No hard feelings. Let's call it off. We are the superior power and demand tribute. Yeah, let's demand tribute from Carthage. The Carthaginians accept defeat with honor is an example of which our people should take notice. So they will give us 14 gold for 40 years. Holy crap. That's a long time. And that's, hang on. $560 gold over 40 years. Huh. I mean, that's not a ton, but it's not nothing. So let's accept their proposal so that we are officially at peace with Carthage and no longer having to worry about fighting them, and we can focus our military entirely elsewhere. So, Fragile, what's this? Your doctor basks in the warmth of new life. However, court doctors soon noticed that your son, Duke Tiberius Fabius, which, all right, Tiberius is, he was just born and he's already appears to suffer from unique physical challenges. They are concerned for his ongoing health and development. How you respond to their worries. Science must hold a solution. So he would gain the scholar and no longer be a commander. So the scholar trait. You become righteous, which means we would reduce... Ooh, check that out. There'd be a reduction in discontent by 2 per year. We'll rely on divine protection. I love the additional science per year. The wisdom. I love the reduction in discontent per year too, though. From a narrative perspective, I kind of like this more. From just a practicality perspective, science must hold a solution is the answer that I would go with. It's the answer that I would pick if I were Appius. But just because I like that bonus, I'm going to go with divine protection. And let's also take a look at Rome and see. Yeah, we're at level 1 discontent now, so that's really going to help that stay nice and low. Awesome news. All right, well, we have a barbarian raid happening here, so we can reposition some of our units to defend against these shenanigans. So I think what I'm going to do is position these guys. Are you guys ranged cavalry? Yes, you're ranged cavalry. So this would take 5 of my 20 orders. Let's go ahead and position them here. It seems like I can attack if I go ahead and give that order. Nice. So Fabius Romanus has gained experience. We can give him additional courage. We can make him bloodthirsty. Or we can make him brave. So apparently courage is already at level 1. So this would be level 2 to level 3. Or rather, I guess you would say courage is already at level 2. See, now yeah, courage is already at 2, so this would move that up to 3. And then bloodthirsty. Yeah, I like bloodthirsty just because the second a unit is weakened, especially if I have multiple units on the field, if I hit someone with a slinger, weaken them, then automatically anyone else that attacks them has a little bit more damage dealt to them. Let's say bloodthirsty. Let's go that route. All right, so we can't quite attack them yet. Well, we can, but we're not going to in this instance. We have this slinger here that I'm going to move into position. This is going to take 5 orders as well, but we'll have to keep them there for now. All right, and you are... Oh, nice. Our free Hastatus. So let's move you down to this location. Okay, no combat animations yet, but it's so nice to see the Hastatus on the map. Those might even be sprites. Yeah, they're sprites. So the Hastatus is not in the game yet. You can tell from... Yeah. They look good for sprites, but they're just sprites for the time being. So let's also go ahead and eliminate... Oh, I've got this Axeman too, don't I? Nice. Nice. Let's make the Numidians regret their life decisions a little bit. All right, so that's going to eliminate them. Okay. Nothing... Oh, that killed both of them. Beautiful. Okay, so I don't quite know how pillaging works. We're out of orders, but I can give some orders in my nearby cities. So let me go ahead and tell Gaze to continue its repairs. We have to choose research, so I think drama is probably the best choice. Is it F? It's F6, that's right. Because again, this moves us towards the ability to have a chancellor eventually. So I am going to go with drama. That's also what the game is recommending directly. So the pyramids, it is done. The pyramids will stand as a testament to our people for all time, a symbol of our accomplishments today, and for the glories yet to come. With this wonder, my legacy will endure. All right, so the pyramids, as suspected, don't have a full model yet. That's just fine. We've got the pyramids. I'm happy about it. And as was pointed out in the comment section by one of my regulars, I really, really like this observation. You know, it makes a lot of sense for the pyramids to be kind of this color, given the fact that not only are they near these quarries, but pyramids were initially coated in limestone. They had that really smooth siding, which is historically represented somewhat. If you've played Assassin's Creed Origins, you can actually see somewhat what they used to look like. It's starting to wear down in those games, but when they were first built, they didn't have the step appearance that they have now. That's the kind of underside of the original sidings of the pyramids that were eventually taken off in order to use for other constructions. I believe starting in Alexandrian times, but certainly during Roman rule, that occurred. And before and after, to a certain extent. It kind of slowly happened over time. And the splendor of the original pyramids was degraded. But even though this model's not in place, it still looks somewhat like you would expect with it being this smooth. Heir education. So Faustus Fabius needs to study, you know what, let's have him study rhetoric. Let's do rhetoric. And we're going to end the year. All right, so the barbarians are starting to get on my nerves. Carthage is actually attacking them, though. Fabius Romanus, general of the spearmen, is too old and has retired from the field. Choose new general. So we can have Spurius the Younger lead the spearmen. And remember, Spurius the Younger is Remus's son. And I really like that idea. So he currently has extra courage. He has discipline. And it seems like he already has the engineer promotion. So we're going to choose Spurius the Younger to be in charge here. Persuasion. Queen Consort Hatsunu wishes to learn the fine art of courtly persuasion, but she abhors crowded feasts and revels. How shall we accommodate? We can hire a master orator if we had the gold for it, and she'd become eloquent. We don't have the gold for it. Or we can say it's too expensive. And now she's going to be mad at us for 40 years, which makes me sad. Don't know what else we could have done there, if anything, but tell you what, let's make Carthage fight the rest of those guys, and we're going to use this unit to finish off those barbarians. So they should disappear. These guys are sprites too, as you might have noticed. And for some reason, oh, they're on general cooldown. That's right. That's the reason. That's a perfectly good reason, as a matter of fact. All right. So we have this slinger here. It's time to start hitting back against the Numidians. The only thing is that I want to see. I could position them here and just start slinging. No pun intended. Let's, at the very least, yeah, see, they're not quite strong enough to hold their own. Let's move them back. That gave me a little bit more of a glimpse of what's going on down there. And I am going to force march them to be a little bit closer to Ostia. I think that's worth it. Now we don't have any training with which to promote this unit, so we can fortify this unit for now, which I definitely want to do. And then we can... Yeah, this barracks, I think, there was some discussion in the comment section about the green highlight that you see when you select a unit. So I think if we put the unit here, the tooltip that we get here, if we click this and then go to barracks, 20 XP per year for idle melee units. So basically, as this unit sits on top of the barracks, it will get certain benefits. And also, oh, cool. 10% bonus versus ranged units per year, up to 50%. So they can enter a testudo formation. Let's absolutely have them do that. That's really freaking cool. I had no idea testudos were in the game. That's wonderful. If you're wondering what a testudo is, if you've seen Gladiator at the very beginning of the movie, when the Romans advance with their shields, the rear rows of soldiers have their shields over their heads, and the front rows have their shields shoulder to shoulder, kind of like the Spartans, like you saw in the movie 300. Like, it's a very similar concept to the phalanx, but what's different about the testudo is that there are also shields overhead, so that you're protected not only from the front as a solid unit, but also from above, from attack from arrows. It's really, really cool. So it's like you're an advancing wall of armor. And that is what we just did with the Hestatus. That's amazingly cool. So with that in mind, tell you what, let's go ahead and... Yeah, we'll leave them there because there's nothing more I can do anyway. Let's heal them up for sure. And then we have this unit here that definitely needs to heal. I think I'll just have them heal for a turn. Still have 12 orders, which is nice. The barbarians, I think, have been dealt with, so I'm going to send these units this direction. Let's be a little mindful of how many orders I have. Yeah, these guys are the ones that I want to send first. So let's have these guys go this way. Now we have 2 orders left. Which means, yeah, these guys I just want you to heal. That's going to take 1 order up. Choose production in Rome. I think a settler is in order. Let's go ahead and do a settler because we're going to have multiple locations. And what will it take to hush or to hurry a settler? Nothing that I can pay for at the moment. Okay, are we still repairing? So apparently you have to do this year over year, and it just gives you a certain amount of health back for the city. So you have to say that you want to repair every single year. That's a little bit interesting. I guess I'll get used to that eventually. Now, I kind of want to have another worker here. We need more improvements around that city because the improvements appear to be what enable us to train units faster and have those things just generally done at a more rapid rate. We have this worker here, but a second one to really improve Aratium as soon as possible would be handy. Let's move you here to get a mine going, and of course we're out of order, so we can't give that order this turn. That's fine. So let's end the year and see what the Numidians do. Right, so the barbarians appear to be taken care of. We can once again choose some research. Let's take a look at the tech screen again. We have the option of rhetoric, navigation, land consolidation, or scholarship. I really like the idea of going for navigation. Land consolidation is good. And also it gives us the option to get a free war elephant, but I want biremes, man. Like, I want the ability to have ships. That's my most important thing right now. There we go. Don't know why I didn't pick that the first time. Okay, let's build a... Why can I not build a mine here? That's interesting. Oh, we don't have lumber for it. That's why. Well, that makes perfect sense. We can, however, build the Oracle, which is a wonder. Right? The Oracle is... No, it's not a wonder. It's just a... Interesting. It's so much more expensive, but it just... You know what? I'm building another worker in Aratium. Let's do this. Now I'm curious. So it's not a wonder. Doesn't count as a wonder. Or maybe it is a wonder. Maybe it was just showing up because it was a buildable option, and it pulls stuff from the wonder menu to the improvements and general actions menu. Okay, I was going to build a road there, so let's go ahead and do that. You need to heal up, absolutely. You need to build a mine, but there's no resources for that, so why don't you work on a road as well? And speaking of roads, hang on, we probably need a lumber mill in Beneventum. Let's go ahead and get that work done. Because we apparently have a little bit of an issue with not bringing in quite enough lumber each turn. So let's focus on that. This worker can do similarly. We can build a barracks in Antium. There is a lumber mill already in Antium. So I think I will focus. There's not a mine yet, though. There's a luxury mine, but not a mine. So we're going to have to wait till next year, but I want to have that unit in position. Or could I potentially have them work on something else? That's the question. Could I have them work on a barracks? This would be a bit of a waste of orders. If I were to use the undo button, I can go back. Still getting used to the fact that that's an option, but it's totally there. So yeah, let's build a barracks there and replace that urban district. Cool stuff. Okay, let's tab between units for a moment, because as much as I like how much visibility I have right now, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move you here. Okay, we have more Numidians over in this direction. Let me force march these guys away by a little bit, now that we've discovered what's going on up there. Good to know that there are Numidians up there. We also have a future city site there as a result. This is looking like an area that we're going to be able to mostly lock down for Rome in the future, so we just need to get those settlers cranked out as soon as possible. So, let's see now. These units are both ready to move, I think. We just don't have that many orders left. And we also don't have any generals in the area right now. So let's go ahead and move you guys. Move you guys. You guys and you guys. All right, that still leaves a few more units. You still need to heal. You can travel by one order, and that's it. Now we can choose production and engage. We're still repairing, but this should be the very last one. And now we end the year. So the barbarian raid seems to have been taken care of. I didn't notice if we got any kind of reward for that at all. Oh, there's another barbarian raid, though. A warlord of the Scythians presents himself at court. He says his people traditionally cement goodwill with a newly met tribe by sharing the bounty of their next hunt in exchange with a gift. How will you respond? Wow. We will not be intimidated. So now we're at war with the Scythians. But where are the Scythians? Oh, wait. Wait. No. This is Egypt. This is Babylon. Where are the Scythians? It says we encountered them. Oh, I guess they're way over here. Interesting. So there are some Scythians up here that we have to worry about. Just another introductory tribe. We're at war with everybody because we're using up our resources that we would normally be able to use to heal up. All right, speaking of healing up, I think we're ready to roll here. Let's go ahead and move this general all the way down. Actually, that's not a general, that's a chariot, but still, we want to have that chariot in position. The general is up here, defending against the barbarians that are no longer there. We do have these barbarians here now, which is kind of annoying. So, if I position these guys here, we can go ahead and start dealing some damage. And I can also bring back this unit to do similarly. I could also bring back this unit. This would be most of my orders, but I'll finish off that initial unit right away. And gain some experience as well. So, can't complain about that. Yeah, we've met the Scythians. Axemen attacked. Repairs canceled in Gades. So, the repairs keep getting canceled. Not sure what's going on there. I think that's just a notification that pops up when you have something that's happening like the repairs. Like, you can only do it one turn at a time. So, I think it automatically says that it cancels each year so that you can re-up it. I think that's why it's telling me that. All right, you heal up. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave these guys. Can I promote you yet? No, I can't. Can't upgrade you or anything. Let's just pass your turn. We'll pass your turn too. That general will eventually withdraw, and we'll leave that warrior and slinger there to defend against the Scythians. All right, so it looks like we've got our spearmen ready. So that's very good timing. So let's go ahead and move you here and hit these guys real hard. Yep. Yep. So if I move you here, throw around the hill, very good. And now we are out of orders, but we've done a ton of damage to those guys. So that's handy. Ostia is ready for some orders. So I think I'm going to give the order to build a settler here as well, because we're going to be clearing out so many Numidian city sites that I want to go ahead and take them before Babylon does. Might not be the decision that I make in future games of this series, but again, we're playing on a lower difficulty and I'm kind of getting my feet under me, so I'm just trying to stay on top of things and see in what directions I can push. All right, so we can choose a governor for the city of Antium. Fulvia Julia the Delver is her name. So another new portrait here. Never seen this portrait before. So this would improve quarries by 50%. So we don't have that many quarries there. But we can go ahead and make her the governor of gates. I like that a lot. Time passes quickly. You still remember the birth of Duchess Sulpicia Fabia. She's growing up fast and eager to learn. So let's have her study... Let's have her study commerce. We haven't done that too many times. And once again, we get to choose production and gauge. We were going to a moment ago, but got sidetracked. Tell you what, let's go ahead and run a festival for a bit. Well, maybe we need a worker first, but it's going to take 10 years, and we're gaining a lot of discontent. Yeah, we'll go for the worker. How much will it cost to rush them? Right, nothing that we can do right now, but it's going to take 10 years to train them. But after that's done, we'll do the festival, and let's end the year here. Might be a pretty good stopping point in general. The barbarians are still attacking. The Babylonians haven't really shown up that much. All right, so Carthage has begun construction of the Ishtar Gate. Interestingly enough. Let's do a little bit more combat before we're done here. I'm going to attack these guys with a Hestatus. They're gone. Let's remove them from the equation. And I will go ahead and use these guys on the horsemen. All right, so they will move into position there, right? Oh, no, they just died. Never mind. No moving into position. However, I can move here and attack from that hilltop, from the extra range I gain from that. It's quite nice. So what kind of combat strength do you have? Yeah, you're not as strong as my chariot. I'm kind of tempted to just ride the chariot up on this guy and hit him again. Nice. I remember that art from when this game was still called 10 Crowns. Scholars at the site of the Numidians' defeat discover shrines, carvings, and statues depicting the worship of fire. They believe these treasures are associated with the cult of flame, an ancient tribal religion still practiced by many of our subjects. The cult's icons are sacred to its followers, so we should proceed with caution. So we can install them in the capital to show tolerance. Or we can deface them and smash them to dust and gain 2 legitimacy. Let's deface them and smash them to dust. I like the legitimacy boost. So on that note, I will go ahead and stop this episode here. In the next one, now that we've cleared this city site, we'll have another potential city that we can settle. We also will have to finish off the Numidians here. I want to try and focus on finishing off these tribes down here, because we can, if we can kind of defend this kind of front with Ostia and this future city, we can then turn this into our southern border, as opposed to like attacking here first and then backing off and fighting these tribes and then leaving this potentially open to attack. I kind of like the idea of using some of the forces that I'm building to have a defensive front set up here to take care of the rest of this, because there's really, well, matter of fact, there are 4 more, at least 4. There might be, I doubt there's another one down here, but we still have a lot of Numidians to take care of, and these barbarians as well are causing a bit of a problem. So thankfully, I think we've contained Carthage, but next episode is going to be a matter of seeing how these wars develop with the Numidians and the Babylonians, seeing how many more city sites we can take before the Numidians say, okay, we surrender, because I imagine they'll do that at some point. And then seeing if we can take any territory from the Babylonians eventually. I don't know if we'll get that far west, but we're certainly headed that direction. Rome is expanding. Look at this. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.